Energy can be stored and transferred in systems. A system consists of either a single object or a group of objects, and you can have two types: an open system and a closed system. In open systems, heat and matter can enter and leave the system freely. So this would be like a thermal flask with the lid taken off. But in a closed system, heat and matter cannot enter and leave. So in this example, it would be like closing the lid of the thermal flask. Energy is measured in joules and it's always conserved. So this basically means that energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be transferred from one store to another. There are 8 different types of these energy stores. Thermal energy stores, where the hotter an object is, the more energy it has in its thermal energy store. Chemical energy stores, which is energy that's released during a chemical reaction. Examples of these are food, batteries and fuels. Next is kinetic energy store, which any moving object has. The faster the object, the more it has. Gravitational potential energy stores, which is energy stored due to an object's height in a gravitational field. The higher the object, the more energy it has in its gravitational potential energy stores. Next up, we have elastic potential energy stores, which is energy stored whenever an object is stretched or squashed. Nuclear energy stores involve energy that's released during nuclear reactions. Magnetic energy stores, which are due to the attraction or repulsion between magnets. And finally, electrostatic energy stores. These are due to the attraction or repulsion between charged particles, things such as electrons and protons. Now, energy always exists in one of these 8 stores, but it doesn't just stay there. Energy can be transferred between these stores in 4 different ways. The first is mechanically, where a force is applied on an object. So for example, when a person throws a ball, energy is transferred mechanically from the chemical energy stores of the person, from the food that they eat, to the kinetic energy stores of the ball. The second is by heating, which is where energy is transferred from a hot object to a colder one. So for example, when a kettle heats water, energy is transferred from the thermal energy stores of the kettle's heating element to the thermal energy store of the water. The third type is by electric work, which is when current flows in a circuit and transfers energy. So like an electric fan transferring energy from its chemical energy stores in the battery to the kinetic energy stores of the fan blades. And finally, we have energy transfer by radiation, where energy is transferred in the form of a wave, just like how the sun transfers thermal energy to the earth. Okay, now let's try a quiz on this topic. See how many questions you can get right. If you liked that video and want to see more, remember to subscribe to Flash Revision Lab to get notified every time we release new content.